Hi guys,
Here we are.
and welcome back to
It barely looks like anything happened.
another
It's gonna
Twin
leak,
Mirror episode.
but we'll find something. I know we will.
We're going to the crash
Is
site
it okay if
where
I stay here?
Nick died.
I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. I doubt I'll be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I
Mm-hmm.
remember. Especially how you always end up being right, somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's see if we can figure this out. Kinda cool that she's with
This is the
with us
place.
though. Yeah, but the car is gone.
Nick, I'll get to the bottom of this. First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
Yeah. Okay, we got some updates. After found Dennis murdered Anna and I called the cops. We tried to cover our tracks as much as possible. I'm not happy about Anna getting mixed up in this. But being honest with her feels like the only right thing to do in this whole mess. Nick's accident report was shoddy. I can't count on the police anymore. Worse, they might think I killed Dennis. I'm not sure dragging Anna into this was smart. I don't know, dude. We will see. So far, I'm kind of happy about my decisions. Came off during the crash, slight burn marks.
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
Maybe that's good for us. Scorched tree. Huh. Okay, well, let's start with this one.
The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area. The bark got badly burned. Must be where Nick crashed.
If that is straight down there, there is something.
That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs. No skid marks, no trace of sudden braking.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far. Two of the road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that?
That's kind of weird.
These road signs are intact. Not a scratch on them. The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road.
Okay, there's more clues to find. Maybe not here. There isn't any more up there. Anything up here, maybe. Here's something.
Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road.
She okay? Wonder what else we can find. Anything in here somewhere? Now there's a car part here. Glad the car stopped at this tree here, because otherwise it would go right down the river. I think yellow means there's still more to find. Is that correct? No? Okay, not going that way. Guess there might be something more to investigate here. Okay, we've searched this one. Man, the buttons and where you can inspect areas are so small, dude. I have to look.
An animal came through here. Maybe that's what surprised Nick. But the tracks don't reach the road.
Yeah. Maybe he got spooked by it away. No? How high up can we go? Oh, look, fuel stain.
A fuel stain. From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel?
That doesn't really make sense. Okay, that is the furthest we can go. We still need a bit more clues. I think it needs to turn green or something, and then we're done.
Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him.
Yeah. Okay, now we're done. Okay, so what do we do now?
That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together.
Okay, let's go into the Mind Palace.
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal.
No.
And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree. Things don't add up.
The fuel were leaking. Something happened. It feels like more like he was attacked and then they damaged the car. And yeah. And then he pushed the car
I
forward.
need to find out what really happened.
Yeah, he didn't drive on it. I think he was unconscious actually. That he was leaking fuel. There were no obstacle. In that case, maybe tree log. No, it's just stopping here. That makes no sense. Yeah, and that makes him crash into it. Is that correct though? Let me see it one more time. Yeah, they must have pushed it down. Something. Or was it burning already here? That be the thing? Or was it just leaking fuel? No, he must have been unconscious. So that's the only thing that adds up the route. Yeah. Okay.
How could the signs have burned during the crash then?
Oh, okay. I guess he was conscious. No, he would have driven like normal. He must have been unconscious. But if it was burning... Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Now it's correct.
Only one simulation fits the evidence. The police report was wrong.
Yeah, so what actually happened? Had it stopped this car and like fallen asleep? Then someone came and... Is he already dead here? Jeez, this game really needs an update, but whatever. Let's focus on the gameplay. Yeah, that must have been to see that.
I thought you quit.
I did. So, did you find anything?
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, the police report was clearly wrong.
Fucking...
Oh, don't swear.
Here, just...
Who is he be calling?
Joe, it's Sam.
Oh.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
Who the hell would do that? Okay. Interesting. Knowledge is power. Let's see. What that trophy says. Finish the ghost scene. Okie dokie. Okay, before we continue, I need to go and get some water. I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found. Please. It'd just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna,
Maybe give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here. With her. Things are different. She's different. You're different.
is she? She's just like I remember. Everything about her.
Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
Okay, just ignore him. Don't say anything else.
The last time I was here, I was shoving way too many boxes into a trunk that couldn't fit them all.
Man, this is a beautiful place. And you can have this by working at a newspapers thing. And what does she work at?
It's fine, Dad. I can handle this.
Oh,
Someone broke into my daughter's house and you want me to just sit by and wait?
Yes, that is exactly what I want you to do. Don't you have an appointment?
I always have an appointment. I'm at the doctor's more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
Well, I mean, this is a real crazy day we're having, huh, Joe?
I knew you wouldn't be any help. You always let her walk all over you.
Dad, I love you. And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just belly aching. It's your house. Your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Though before I head off, Sam, you tell me if something was going on, right? Anna's brave and she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right. You tell me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger. I can't watch over her anymore, so I need you to keep her safe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Joe, I don't know.
She's all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her. I need your word.
Wow. Heavy. Joe's really laying on the paternal guilt.
I can't promise something like that. I don't know what might happen.
He just wants to feel like someone is looking out for her. I can't blame him.
And what if I can't keep that promise? Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father.
I'm gonna promise.
I still can't hide anything from you.
Sam, don't.
I won't lie, Joe. There is something going on. It could be dangerous, but I'll make sure Anna doesn't get mixed up in it.
All right. I'm trusting you on this.
I'm not some kid. I decide what I get mixed up in.
You can't blame me for looking after you.
I just didn't want you to worry. You're both so patronizing. I'm heading inside. See how bad it is.
Has he been in already? Is this the first time someone goes in and checking? Okay, you head off, man. That went well? No? How did that go
I need to
exactly?
get in there eventually, but maybe I should look around the property first.
Yeah, I should actually. Okay, let's read some journal things. Realizing that Nick's death could only have been murder forced me to focus on clarity. But for Annie, it was a shock. She barely had time to react, but there's no doubt it hit her hard. I should have known Anna hates nothing more than old-fashioned fake chivalry, but I intend to keep that promise. Nick was investigating something. He was always wanted to break a big story, but in the end, did it fizzle out like he said to Walt, or was he just keeping things to himself? Now that I've been to the site where Nick had his fatal crash, I'm convinced it was an accident. Drunk driving and speeding just doesn't square with his personality. Getting in over his head with an investigation does, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, vehicle tracks. Could be a robbery. It's a normal, old-fashioned. Where's that?
It's Bugs. She probably brought it over one time when she came with Nick.
Oh.
It was great to come back from work, sit down, and read until the sun went down.
That sounds awesome.
Anna and I spent our nights out here, trying to find all the constellations.
Man, what a place to live. Jeez. Nick and his green thumb. Looks intact. So, yeah, I guess they didn't.
Anna never got rid of this sign. I think the happiest I ever saw Anna was the day she bought this place.
I want everyone to know this house is sold. You're mine. I own you now. It might be 200 years before it's paid off, but it's mine.
So, when can I start moving my own stuff in?
After you finish carrying all my stuff in.
Sure, but that means I get to choose which side of the bed I'm sleeping on.
What? No! You're gonna sleep on the side closest to the door.
Why's that?
So if someone breaks in, you can fight them off. And maybe because I like being near the window.
Somehow I feel like it's entirely the second thing and not at all the first.
We can talk about all this after my stuff's inside.
But all your stuff's so heavy.
Which is why I need your help. Don't slack, Sam. This house isn't gonna decorate itself. And I want you to be part of that.
Kind of a cute memory. Sad that it has a glitch like that. Okay, let's look around some more. We can find any more tracks outside the house. Should we like go back a bit and check? Is anything there? No, we were just there. Okay, nothing here. Maybe something here. No, seems kind of empty. I don't think it's much else we can look at actually.
Sent from a mourner. Anna probably couldn't handle taking it inside.
I think it's time to investigate here and
Shattered
go
glass.
inside.
This is how whoever it was broke into the house.
Let's see what we can find inside. Yeah, it looks like a mess in here. Trying to see if it lags or not.
Anna is not well. This time, at least, try to be there for her. Anna? Anna, are you okay? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. She needs you, buddy.
Needs me? I don't even think she knows I'm here. What am I supposed to do?
Something. Anything. It's the thought, the effort. Get her a drink. Just show her you're here.
I'm not sure how a drink will make her feel better about murders and break-ins. But I guess I've heard worse ideas.
Yeah, he's
She kept the
sitting over
drinks in
there.
the kitchen, in one of the pantries.
Okay, let's get in here then. Oh my god, everything is ruined. Like, what the heck?
Who takes the time to have a drink in the middle of a break-in?
Some people are special, okay? Him. Is that his name? Yeah, oh, okay.
She's not gonna want something cold. Always said cold drinks are for parties.
Hmm. There might be some pepperoni in the fridge. Oh, here's the pantry.
She normally keeps some drinks in the pantry. It's been a while, Sam. Things have changed around here. You feel like looking at old keepsakes? No.
Okay, then where are we getting the stuff then?
No drinks in here.
Down here?
Ah, here's where she keeps the drinks.
I don't actually think she wants whiskey right now, so I'm gonna get the chocolate drink.
On the bright side, I don't think it's possible to make her feel worse.
You're not helping.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Thanks.
It's kind of awkward. They both are. But let's just roll with it. You're kind of creepy.
Chocolate helps everyone feel better.
That's sweet. I'd assumed you'd already gone to look around and, I don't know, think. This is just so fucked. Nick? My house?
Sam, you should distract her. Get her talking or thinking about anything else.
My stuff, everything is trashed. Is this like the worst coincidence? Or is it related to Nick's death?
You're not alone. Here, have a drink. It'll help.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's helping a bit.
He might be related, yes. But let's just not stress too much. Okay, it's the time to investigate now.
Anna has to be helping her dad out with these. I'm not sure it's enough. Anna always wanted to take me to concerts. They were just never my thing. Anna would pace around the house for hours, then sit down and write her articles in one go.
That is actually one of my dream jobs, to be a journalist. But I have so many different kind of jobs that I want to do actually. Journalist is definitely one. But it's not that easy in Sweden, in my opinion. You have to like be living in Stockholm and all that. I haven't really read into it.
Sam, what are you doing? I called for dinner like a dozen times. It's gonna get cold. I am not your mom, you know.
It's super focused.
Working on an article is no reason to ignore basic politeness, Sam. Fine. You can eat your dinner cold for all I care. I'm done waiting for you.
It wasn't a good memory. Not at all. Yeah, his hyper focus really made some damage. That's a small picture.
Finally, there.
Taken down after Joe's accident, he wanted it put back. Okay, so chaos in the kitchen. We've searched through here. Maybe it's time to go upstairs then. So I'm not sure there will be any else here, maybe. Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
This feels like the only part of the house I recognize.
Oh, there's an owl statue in the background. Cute.
Whatever punk broke in here wrecked it.
But he just destroy things. What's the point?
There.
You wanted to destroy, obviously, not take anything, because like a guitar, for example, is quite valuable.
Good thing it's intact. It's about the last thing Anna has of her mother. I don't think she ever forgave me for saying I didn't think they sounded better.
Oh, he's sitting here with her now.
Try talking to Anna about all this again. And remember, go in slowly. Gingerly.
Gingerly, okay.
I know you want to help her by finding out what happened. Right now, though, stay focused on Anna. She needs to know she's not alone.
Yeah. Okay then.
Hey, are you feeling better?
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, I just kind of lost it for a second there.
No worries.
Yeah, I mean, careful, Sam. You know you can be indelicate. She needs your support right now.
I mean, it hasn't been an easy week, you know? And I've got the feeling it isn't over yet.
She needs support. Something solid.
Mm.
Tell me about it. I should have stayed back in Connecticut. This town doesn't want me here. Coming back, facing all that aggression, being covered in blood, possibly accused of murder. Did you really have to make it about you?
Wow, okay. I didn't
I know
know
this
he
hasn't
would
been
say
easy for
that.
you either.
But
This all sucks. I'm just so... This whole thing is a mess. But honestly, it's been a mess for a while. Like, everything was fine, you know? Nick moved in, it was nice, but lately he just closed himself off. He'd been gone most nights, at the bar or the fishing shack, come home late, refusing to talk about his work. It got unbearable. It was almost like I was living with you all over again.
It doesn't feel good, but she needs to get this off her chest. Don't be too harsh on her.
mm.
You're right. I shut you out, and I'm sorry.
The past is the past. None of what's happening now is your fault. I'm just lashing out. It's just having you in the house. It's bringing back a lot of things. We had a good time. So many memories here, both bad and great.
We did have a good time, yeah.
But then came Dad's accident, the mine investigation, your proposal. I still feel horrible about how it all happened. But you understand why I said no, right?
Face it, Sam. If you had paid attention, you'd have known she wasn't going to say yes. You didn't want a ring. You told me before. I thought it was what you're supposed to do. I thought maybe it'd save us.
That's a nice thought. I feel like you're listening now. And I thank you for that, you know? It ended so abruptly, you and I. I don't think I ever took the time to really process what happened.
Man, the
I wonder
lighting in
if
this
it would
game
have
is
ended
amazing
the
though.
same way with Nick. If
Really
my
well done.
relationship with him was as doomed as my relationship with you.
I like the
The way Nick
conversations.
closed himself off to me the last few weeks. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't bear to live with someone, to truly share my life, to make compromises and all that.
She's feeling guilty about what happened. She shouldn't bear that burden alone. It wasn't your fault that Nick closed himself off. No one makes someone distant, especially someone like Nick. It must have been on his side. He was dealing with something dark. I know that's why I closed people off. I never spoke to Nick again after leaving town.
It doesn't matter anyway now, does it? He's dead, and whatever we had is done. And we're on our own if we're gonna find out who killed him. I'm not backing down from this, no matter what we find. What about you?
Yeah, I mean... I want to know who killed Nick as much as you do.
Let's get the asshole who did this behind bars. It's the only thing we can do for Nick now. I just keep bouncing back from terrified to angry.
That is very understandable.
Can you take a look upstairs? I still need a moment.
Yeah, I can do
Let
that.
me make sure I'm done crying and all that.
Take your time. I'll tell you if anything's wrong.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay, I'm kind of curious about the upstairs now. Probably as chaotic as
I remember
downstairs, but
taking this photo. God, seeing it like this is not what Anna needed.
okay, let's look outside before we open any doors.
It looks like Joan's using this room now. Anna must have been letting her use it when she stayed over. Mr. Unicorny. Well, you and Joan have been
Unicorny.
inseparable since the day she was born. Got the A, corrected the teacher, but still forgot the date.
That doesn't matter, does it? Right?
This used to be her old bed. First thing she bought when she settled in. Not your standard thief. Too destructive. Oh, maybe trying to send a message?
Yeah, it must be. So weird, dude. I like how it's the floor is squeaking when you walk in it.
Come on, work, you piece of junk!
Come on, bruh, he's
No, you're
sleeping.
awake.
No, I'm not.
Then how are you talking?
I'm a celebrated sleep talker.
Come on, get up. I need your help.
Did you try rebooting it? That's honestly all I got.
I have tried that. If I don't get this done by noon, Walter won't run the article. What do I do?
Okay. Let me see it.
Thank you. It just won't respond to anything. Do you want a back rub while you work?
As your hero, it's the least you could do.
I'll do more than that, my white knight.
Oh, you will, my princess of the typefaces.
Of course. When you fix it.
Okay, weirdos. Is he the eater guy? Wasn't the other guy the eater guy? Was it just because, yeah, I don't know. Oh, bathroom. Yeah, the one who broke in clearly was trying to send a message. Come on now.
Why is it so dark in here?
Yeah. Man, it's so messy.
This room feels so different now. It felt like mine once, but it never was.
Tapestry.
I asked Anna what this was once, and she laughed at me. I still don't know what it is.
Okay, nothing else in here, okay? Oh, wait. Computer.
I guess Anna must have left it on? But she had her laptop with her.
Yeah,
Is
that's
this
weird.
Nick's?
Transfer in progress to the USB?
Huh? Is someone downloading something off Nick's laptop?
Oh, wait, is someone in here? Behind you, bro. Behind you, bro. Oh, behind you. Oh. That one is locked. Oh, wait. He wasn't. Or if he called the
Sam.
police first
Sam!
and then did order,
Sam!
why
Are
isn't
you
the
okay?
police here yet?
I think whoever trashed your house just trashed me.
Can you stand?
Yeah. The headache isn't as bad as the one I had this morning.
I couldn't get a good look at them. They just sprinted out of the house, and I heard some weird, loud engine drive off.
Well, whoever it was, they were dumping data off Nick's computer. I must have interrupted them.
There's no trace of whatever he took. So what do we even do now?
We need Nick's backups, if he has any. Did he ever do anything like that? Boxes in the attic, files to the cloud, another computer? Did he have anywhere besides here and the Basswood jungle he kept things?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't... Actually, over the last few months, remember I mentioned Nick has been going out a lot to that old fishing shack his family owns.
I know the one. I went there with Nick and Bug a few times.
He went mostly in the evenings. Most nights, really. Said he was night fishing.
But if he was secretly using it as a second office...
It'd be worth taking a look.
Actually, yes. That's kind of scary.
Your father called. Said there'd been a break-in?
Couldn't they have gotten here 2 minutes ago? They'll arrest me if they found Dennis's body.
You go out the back. I'll talk to Bess and keep her busy.
If you're sure, I'll go to the fishing shack. It sounds like if Nick was hiding something, it might be there.
I'm starting to get worried.
Sorry! I was just in the bathroom. Be right out. Go.
Okay. And we are off. Guess we're going there alone. But you know what? In the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. And I hope we see each other for my next video. Bye guys.